Jesus clears the temple. He goes in on a solo raid and does it himself. Then Jesus entered the temple, not Stella Montes, but he did begin to drive out the people selling animals for sacrifices. He said, "No more shredders, not today. No more raider sacrifices for you." He said to them, "The scriptures declare, my temple will be a house of prayer. Stella Montes shall be a house of raiders, not of clankers. But you have turned it into a den of shredders. You've turned it into a den of thieves." After that, he taught daily in the temple, but leading priests, the teacher of the religious law, and other leaders began planning how to kill him. But they could not think of nothing because all the people hung on every word he said. And once more, this is what I was just getting at in that the last part, where I see, you know, Jesus, whatever he's in the temple, the priests, the teachers of religious law, and other leaders, they don't like Jesus. They've never liked Jesus. They think their interpretation of how to become closer to God is better than his, and how could it be? And that's why I have such a hard time like listening to like a very popular church pastor or like or anybody like that who says this is what the interpretation of the word of the Bible. This is it. For I fear that the sin of certainty is probably one of the most damning sins that we all face, right? I think that to truly be true. I think the sin of certainty is something that we all face. And I think especially when it comes to priests, religious law experts, and other leaders, whether it be politicians or whatnot, they all fall victim. They think they're an expert, so they're certain in what they have to say, and they wrap their whole being around that thought and idea when that's not even who they are. That's just the thing that they believe in, right? And with new information, you should be willing to change and evolve as a person, as a being. But that's my thoughts on this. That was Luke 19. Let me know what you guys think about this. And with that said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.